Guys, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. That was probably the best Daytona race I've ever been to for like my fourth one now. But you want to know what's even more interesting? What I just picked up. And you guys can see, 2 bags means it's a lot of possibilities. Let's talk about this race, and more importantly, let's see what we got in this next diecast haul from Daytona International Speedway. So what is up, diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and welcome everybody to another mega diecast haul that's not from my good friends at Circle B Diecast or from your retailers like Walmart and Target. This is actually diecast that I went and saw a damn good race, actually a few races from the Daytona International Speedway. I've been playing the catch-up game on some NASCAR races compared to the 5 I went last year. I've only been to 2, and that's only just both Daytona races. But this race and this whole race week in general, man, I mean, I don't even have to describe just how freaking amazing it was. We had a great Xfinity race with Justin Allgaier getting down to that side-by-side photo finish with him and Sheldon Creed, and that was just a damn good race. And then got to the big main event, which was the Coke Zero Sugar 400. The hype was just, it was something else, man. It was so much better than last year's, which, ironically, that was my first Coke Zero Sugar race, so this race makes up for it, man. This thing had everything. There was so much at stake, you know, with the playoffs, who was going to get in, the regular season championship, which, by the way, I'm pretty happy Mark Strickner got that done. I mean, I could really give two shits about a participation trophy, but heck, got those playoff points, but that's all that matters. And more importantly, man, I mean, God, it's so hard to describe the feelings that I experienced at this race. And first of all, I appreciate everyone, you guys who probably came by and stopped by and said hi to me. You have no idea how good that makes me feel, man. I mean, doing this YouTube stuff, I do lack some motivation sometimes, but just want to thank you guys for that. I mean, because this stuff ain't easy, but I'll tell you what is easy, though. Getting diecast from the diecast dealers. You guys know I love shopping at the diecast haulers, but this year, unfortunately, I just had to put my foot where my wallet was because the prices were a little outrageous. Let's say that $12 for some of the 2022s, but I only picked up one shirt from the haulers. One shirt. They wanted $14 for some diecasts that were air freighted, which, if you guys were at that race, they had the Kyle Busch Lucas Oil Fontana win. They had the Tyler Reddick Money Lion card. Both Ryan Preece's Haas and United Rentals card, which, by the way, I'm so glad to hear Ryan Preece is okay after that crazy blowover barrel roll flip that we had. I mean, I didn't got any footage of that, which thank God I didn't, because that was scary, man. I mean, a lot of you guys probably have not noticed, but I have been to a race at the 2015 Pocono IndyCar 400 where there was a casualty. I don't really have to say it, but look it up because for mutual respects. So that was a bad feeling. But I'm so glad to hear he's okay, along with the head-on collision that Ryan Blaney got into, which I literally got like a front row seat of that shit. So overall, crazy race. But getting on to the diecast, I love doing the diecast shopping, but couldn't do it with the haulers because, you know, I've already said my reasons before. So now here we are. We are at where I spend most of my weekend at the diecast Gypsy tents, which are located, if you guys are ever wondering where they're at. Okay, so here's the speedway. All right, as I'm giving myself a really bad road map. I mean, thank God I'm not a meteorologist. So on the left, when you get to the highway, on the left, you'll have the speedway. The highway's right here, and then right across from it, like I'm not even shitting you, right across from it is the flea market where they usually have the diecast tents and the diecast dealers, like my good buddies Mead Motorsports and Daytona Racing and Hobbies. Keep those two in mind because that might be a good reason of what these cars I got from those two places. Like I said, as much as I love shopping from Circle B, man, I always advocate you guys to shop for these local diecast dealers because not only you're getting better deals, better prices, but just in general, man, I mean, it's more money for you guys to go and spend diecast compared to what you get the haulers. But I'm not going to tell you guys what you want on your what you're going to spend with your hard-earned money. I mean, that's all on you. But here we guys go. The first bag we got right here, which definitely is a recyclable bag. So, you know, read all those nice warning signs right there. But this is from a good buddy at Mead Motorsports. As you guys know, this is basically a race tradition that I usually do, as my camera does not want to focus in on that shit. So Let's just take a look at that right there. There we go. Now the camera wants to focus. But yeah, Dennis Mead, he is literally like he's the guy I've been going to every time I'm at a racetrack. I mean, the only way I would not be at this, I would not shop at a diecast dealer, unlike Mead Motorsports, if I'm probably dead or missing or something, dude. I'm always at Mead Motorsports. It's one of my longtime race day traditions, and there's a good reason why. Let's see if there's the back if you guys want to see that. But now, you guys have already probably now 5 minutes in this video. It's like, all right, is this guy going to keep talking about shit or not show us stuff? Well, to answer you guys' question, here we guys go. So all these diecasts I'm showing you guys are nothing too crazy, but there are 2022 and 2023 cars. So might as well go ahead and get, I don't know, just, let's see, let's just pull something out of our ass and, ooh, this is going to be a diecast that is not going to age well, but I will probably review this probably right after this video since good timing for it. The guy who ended up, unfortunately, not making it into this year's playoffs, Chase Elliott, your 2020 champion, 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion, Chase Elliott's 2023 Lumar window film car. Never thought you would see your boy OBB actually get a Lumar car, and I actually kind of like this car. Call me crazy. Call me crazy that... because you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of the blue numbers, but dude, this car, man, I love that they added the change. Maybe it's because like it's the white background or something, dude, but this is a right step in the right direction. So really excited about that, even though a lot of people are not gonna like this car considering, you know, there's so much going on with this. But and if you're wondering how much I paid this for, well, definitely not $12 or $11 or even $14, $9. So $9 for the 2023 diecast you can get from Dennis Mead. You can't beat that, man. You can't. All right, next up, we got ourselves his teammates, which I actually got for the 8th. So the 2022 diecast, which I'm showcasing right here, I was at this race. I was going to pick up his 2023 car, but I had to get this because, like I said, I was at this race, and I will be going to the weekend for this next race, which is at Homestead. So there's your hit right there, guys. We got ourselves Young Money, Kyle Larson, your 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion, the Homestead Miami race win. Finally got it done, man. But really do like this car, guys. I mean, as you guys know me, I was going to wait on this car for to get it released in the Winter Circles wave, but like I said, like probably the 3rd time I've said now in this video, I had to get this car because I was at this race, and that was pretty cool to witness my first ever Kyle Larson win in person. So that's pretty darn special. So yeah, I'm looking forward to review that, even though it's a little bit of a later release. I mean, because you guys still like watching any kind of content, but the 2022 diecast, so $9 for the 2023, or you could do 2 for 15, or they're $8 a piece. So you can't beat that for a car that was released last year. Really good deals by Dennis Mead, so that's pretty nice. To go along with another diecast to go along with the 2 for 15 deal, I decided to pick this up. I was going to get this, but there are some really cool details to this diecast that we'll be showcasing in the official diecast review. I had to get this because it's his last year in NASCAR. Kevin Harvick's Busch Apple Michigan race win, and you guys see right here, camera's definitely being a little out of focus today. I think it's still trying to recover from the intensity that was the Daytona race. But yeah, the well, wherever the hell that says right there, the Bushel of Bush, whatever the fuck that means. That's some weird analogies right there. But I was going to pick up the Richmond version, but I already reviewed his Mobile One car. And that car has a lot of confetti, so, and I've never got the Busch Apple car ever, even in Gen 6, so I thought this would be a good time to review this. But yeah, I mean, stay tuned for this, and this is mounted on a base, so it does suck, but it is what it is. Next up is yet a, well, actually, it's a 2023 car, and I thought it's a good time to get it. I literally got this the day after this guy won this race. This is Justin Allgaier's Brandt, the 70th anniversary car. So, really, mostly, I just got this car. I mean, I know I'm kind of giving you guys reasons why I got this, because I'm not just one of those diecast people out there that just buys the whole freaking set, and I mean, first of all, if I even did that, I mean, heck, I'd be pretty much overworked. So if you guys wonder why I don't collect every single diecast, not because I can't afford it, it's because I have to have a good reason to buy it. And I mean, come on. I mean, it does make sense that Justin Allgaier won at the Daytona race. And I also forgot to mention as well, at the haulers for $14, as, yeah, my camera is being really slow today, so I apologize for that. I think the tracking is just trying to, I don't know, I think I messed with all the camera settings when I was taking photos and videos for the NASCAR race, so apologize for that, but that's what makes these videos entertaining. I mean, as long as you guys are entertained. I mean, hell, are you not entertained? Like, what the hell? But yeah, this, I mean, just look at the colors, man. I mean, say what you want about that window banner, but man, the colors on that look so freaking cool. The brand's 70th anniversary car. Love the silver. I mean, I think this will go great with the Josh Berry Bass Pro Shops car that I just recently did a double diecast review on. All right, we got 4 more to show from Dennis Mead. All right, and the next up, this is a car that I saw at this year's Daytona 500, so again, I had to get that for that main reason. Plus, I'm a big advocate of rock music, so you know you were waiting for this one, guys. We got ourselves the GNR car, as I'm having a hard time pronunciating my letters, for Eric Jones, that Jones boy, guys. Never thought, it's pretty cool that we got ourselves a rock band diecast. I mean, you guys remember the diecasts that we used to get back in the days with Winter Circles and Action? Like like we had Nickelback, Three Doors Down, Puddle of Mud. So I'm going to have a lot of fun reviewing this because, I mean, heck, I'm still a big rock and metal fan to this day. I mean, if you guys can't tell, I mean, I'm a big Starset fan, so, I mean, heck, I'm even wearing the necklace, too, so. So, I love my rock music, man, and this is going to be one I'm looking forward to review. Plus, it's a Legacy Motor Club car. I mean, I know this team is not really a likable team anymore for a lot of many reasons. Well, you probably know. But looking forward to review that. Now, this next one, I'm really excited I picked up because this thing has been selling out since the day it came out, since last year, and if you guys ever see this car, I highly recommend picking it up because I actually encouraged someone at the diecast tents who was trying to find diecast to get, I encouraged someone to get this car, or should I say truck. Kyle Busch's Sonoma win, his final win with the KBM branding and Toyota. I mean, this is an easy must get, guys. There's a reason why this car has been selling out, well, truck. Plus, you guys are going to get more truck diecast, so I'm sure you guys are going to really appreciate that. I mean, I know who you are that love the truck diecast reviews, so appreciate you guys for your continued support on that. But, yeah, this is going to be on another Yahoo car, so, or truck. But you know what I mean. We got 2 more to show you guys, and if you guys like the color green, no, not like Mr. Krabs or my hat, these next 2 are going to be very suitable for you guys. So here you guys go. The guy who pretty much wrecked his way out of the playoffs to get in for this year. It's only his rookie year, but decided to get this car right here. We got ourselves Ty Gibbs Interstate Batteries Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. Mostly got this because we're never going to have probably a Ty Gibbs car released in the Cup Series for quite a while, since, you know, I believe they cannot make his He Gets Us car because I guess they can't have Christian sponsors on diecast. And Monster Energy, of course, Monster Energy is his main sponsor. By the way, I feel bad for all the spotters out there at Daytona because there was 3 monster cars that were in the field. Boy, if that doesn't scream headaches, I don't know what to tell you, but this is an iconic car. As you can see, the big difference, of course, is that this is supposed to be the brand new 18 car. It just rebranded as the 54 because, you know, that is the number that Ty Gibbs was able to win his Xfinity Series champion. But definitely not a fan favorite. I will say that. Not a fan favorite at all, especially if you are a Sam Mayer fan. So, and this last one that I bought from Mead Motorsports, and I was so surprised as we're getting rid of this damn plastic bag. So, whoop, into the sunset it goes, or by that I just mean the floor. So, final diecast we got from Mead Motorsports. This is one I'm a little late to review it, but I'm glad I picked it up because I refused to get the NASCAR Authentics version because it looks like shit and it's a green car. Kyle Busch's 2023 Alsco Uniforms Chevrolet Camaro. This has been the one that's been selling out, and I must say, if you ended up finding this diecast early on, good luck, because this thing has been drying up like so crazy, dude. This has been, I think, probably the most popular car in terms of Kyle Busch. So I thought that was pretty cool, but that wraps up what I got right there from Mead Motorsports, y'all. And now we're getting on to bag number 2. So as you can see right there, yeah, this one has a lot more heft and a little more variety to it. And if you guys are fans of older scale diecast, then you're gonna be in a real treat. As you can see, there's a little spoiler of where I got this haul from. I keep in mind, this is a lot more than what I just got in the last bag, but here is my good buddies from Daytona Racing Souvenirs and Hobbies. They are known as my local diecast dealer, which is an hour away from where I'm at because I live in the Orlando area. But they are available here every weekend from Friday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But they did extend the hours to 5 p.m. And they actually had a deal going on. I mean, usually their diecast, their 2023 modern scale diecast for the 164s, they're usually regular price, like $11 or $12. But definitely is a good time to get the diecast here because they were doing a sale for $10. So can't pass up. $1 more than Mead Motorsports, but still, you can't beat that. So we're going to go ahead and let's take a look at what we got, as I will be showcasing you guys. This is the last 2023 diecast I did pick up, and ironically, I'm drinking one of these things right here, so that probably explains why I'm so flamboyant with energy and shit. But we got ourselves the Corey LaJoie 2023 Celsius car, and I have a little funny story to tell you guys about this car when we get to the review, but it has something to do with the fan experience I had at the dual races. I mean, if you guys are ready for some funny stories, then we're beginning for this one right here. So probably the main reason I got that, and plus I do like my Celsius. I mean, I know I'm not drinking Rowdy Energy. What the hell? Well, I can't find them anywhere, man. Like, they just disappeared into the abyss. But now we are getting on to the juicy shit. All right, so I only picked this thing up for $10. But what Darren and Lisa do, I mean, first of all, it's very smart that they had a trailer outside for the diecast village, but they also have their in-store shop that they have at the flea market. So best of both worlds. So I decided to pay a visit for both, and that's where I picked up the Celsius car. But now this is where I went to the clearance bins, and these things were about like $2 a piece or something like that. So, I mean, heck, all I know is that it was very cheap. I think this overall haul that I just picked up from Daytona Racing Souvenirs Hobbies was like $20 compared to like it was probably a few dollars more. I think it was like a $60 haul from Mead Motorsports. But here we guys go. Are you guys ready to have your mind blown? Well, get ready, because if you are a certain fan of this driver and this manufacturer, you're going to love it, guys. So the first diecast I saw in this clearance bin was this. Casey Kane's 2007 Gen 4 Dodge Dealers Dodge Charger. Holy mother of God, man. They also had a Winter Circles version of this as well, but this is the pit stop car. The final year with Dodge sponsoring Casey Kane, I mean, you know, I had to pick this up, man. I had to pick this up because this is such an iconic car, man. Especially, I mean, heck, with that, what was that? I think Casey Kane, I mean, he ran the SRX, like recently, I think, like a month or two ago. So I know that season just wrapped up, but that's pretty appropriate to get this, man. I'm assuming that this diecast clearance bin, I guess, it used to be a Casey Kane collector because there was a lot of Casey Kane cars. Speaking of that, we got ourselves another Casey Kane car. All right, and I am aware that there is another Casey Kane car that I did pick up at the Daytona 500 haul, which was that Nationwide Series Everham car with the all the random sponsors on it. I had not forgot that car in mind, so keep that in mind. But this one I had to pick up because my good buddy Race Craze 95. I know I've been mentioning him a lot, but he's a fantastic diecast reviewer, and he's also got his own dealer as well on his website, so check it out. But here it is. We got ourselves the rookie car from Casey Kane, and you can tell it's his rookie car because as I'm showcasing the back of that, look at those yellow rookie stripes. But this is the Mopar fans' wet dream right here. The Mopar car from 2004. One of my all-time favorite cars, and how appropriate it is a Winter Circles car. So if you guys saw my little teaser on my Instagram stories and on my Twitter, oh, I'm sorry, X. I gotta call that now. This is what I was waiting for. I mean, perfect timing. Perfect timing, because you guys know I've been talking a lot about Winter Circles, and there's been a lot of people that just love the Winter Circle diecast. Sure, it's nostalgia bait, but like, come on, man. This is a diecast I always wanted in my collection. Finally got it, and God, I can't wait to review this, man. I mean, so if you guys were waiting for some Dodge reviews, there's already 2. But it just gets better, man. We have 3 more diecast showcase, and then this is the end of it. So this next one is pretty darn cool, especially if you guys are a big fan of promo diecast. Now, I'm aware that this car probably does not have the correct body style, but it still is pretty nice. And again, I found all these cars for $2 or less. Here is the Jamie McMurray 2005, if I'm not mistaken. 2005. I was going to say 2004, but this is the Jamie McMurray's 2004, and it does have a Busch logo on it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Busch Series logo and the contingencies are on there, so this is an official adult collectible. But I think someone on YouTube already reviewed this. I don't know if it was Last NASCAR Fan or someone, but shout out to him as well. I mean, he's been a big fan and supporter of my diecast videos. So, I don't know. I'm feeling in a pretty shout-out mood right now, so I'm just giving shout-outs to everyone, like Oprah Winfrey. So, you get a shout-out. You get a shout-out. But also shout-out to all my big fans of Jay McMurray. I mean, you probably know who you are. But this is definitely going to be one, I guess you say, that's going to be quite on top of the Elite, or oh, I'm sorry. Oh wow, I'm blind. That says top flight. Top flight. Wow. Clearly I can't fucking read. I mean, when you read stuff too fast, you're gonna say something stupid, and I don't know. I said it, so I apologize if I said top elite, but clearly I can't fucking read today. But that's pretty cool. I mean, this is the Rusty Wallace Incorporated car, so that is definitely a throwback for sure, man. I mean, heck, I remember the 64 car. Actually, if I remember correctly, I used to own the Bell helicopter car from Winter Circles back in the day. So it's not the exact car that I had in my collection when I was younger. I mean, if you guys don't know, I got rid of my collection in 2009 because I just stopped watching NASCAR. So trying to rebuild it ever since, and you can see it's been going quite well. Still gotta make a collection for you guys. So 2 more left, and I'm probably going to save the best one for last, but to carry on the tradition of another diecast that I had when I was little, I was so happy that I found this because this brought back so many memories, and this was one of my favorite paint schemes growing up as a child. Probably not the best time to review this since, you know, it is a holiday car, but you guys remember this bad boy? It's another Dodge car, and I'm aware that this is it has some pretty bad sun damage, but this is Bill Elliott's 2005 Hellman's 40 years anniversary for a Charlie Brown Christmas. I love the creativity on this car, and plus, I mean, I don't know, I call me crazy, guys, but I really like this car because like when I was a kid, and every time I saw a food sponsor on a car, I got excited because, you know, when you're a kid, you see those bright, beautiful colors, you're like, oh, food is cool. But then when you get older, you feel like a fucking fat ass. But anyways, I'm in a joking mood too, guys, so I apologize. But yeah, I know the hood is sun damaged. I used to own the hood of this as well because, like I said, I had this when I was a child. So seeing this just brought back so many memories. And anytime, and just to keep you guys in mind as well, I mean, I know my diecast pretty well. 2005 was a pretty interesting year for Bill Elliott, guys. I mean, there were also 2 other diecasts that came out in Winter Circles. There was that Stanley 91 car that he drove, and the 39 Coors car. Those were also released at Winter Circles. So if you guys can find any one of these cars, including those 2 I just mentioned, they're pretty valuable. Let's just say that. I mean, this one probably doesn't get as much value as the other 2, but don't sleep on this, man, because look at just, I mean, we'll get to the more diecast. We'll get more into the full review on this, but you see it does have the Busch logos that are blanked out, but just love the creativity behind this, guys. And plus, I mean, heck, I used to grow up in Syracuse, New York, so seeing a car with snow on it is just pretty darn fitting. And the last diecast I got in this haul video, as now there's another Daytona Racing Hobbies card, so pretty cool. Another bag, whoop, at least we don't have Packy Peanuts. This one I could not believe. Now, this one does have sun damage, but it's another Winter Circles car. And it's from a pretty obscure year because this is when they had the rebranding until they actually went out of business in the end of that year. Jimmy Johnson's 2010 Lowe's Honoring Our Soldiers, or Honoring Our Heroes, Chevrolet Impala COT. But as you guys already know about the 2010 diecast, what's really interesting about this is that, yeah, this was raced at the Coke 600, but I think early, or like somewhere around like mid 2010, they dropped the wing and they went with the spoiler. But of course, this is before Lionel was about to get the acquisition to Motorsports Authentics, because Motorsports Authentics actually went bankrupt towards around that time, and that's when Lionel picked up the license. But this is the 2010 diecasts are very interesting because this is the only year we've had these types of cars with Winter Circles. And these things are resealable. If you can see on the back right here, there's little pegs right here they can get. But yeah, I couldn't believe I found this, guys. I mean, I'm still trying to find the Dale Jr. and the Mark Martin and the Jeff Gordon car, especially that Jeff Gordon car. That was one of my favorites. But Jimmy Johnson fans, you're going to be in luck because this one, my jaw literally dropped. I was like, it's a Jimmy Johnson COT. So, you know, that's what Jimmy Johnson was in his prime. So, heck, you know, I couldn't go wrong with that, especially with the car being in 2010. That was another one of Jimmy Johnson's, you know, dominant years, winning another championship, Mr. 7-time. So that is awesome. So feel free to comment below, guys, which diecast you guys want me to review first, even though I'm probably going to review that Lumar car first, which won't be a rant review. But yeah, just thank you guys so much. And also, I forgot to mention as well, I met Joey Logano at the Planet Fitness signing in Winter Springs, so I got his 500 car signed, so that was pretty cool. And I even met up with a couple fans as well at the signing. So just thank you guys for this and just everything in general. Really appreciate you guys' support. And this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. And I will see you guys in the reviewing station.